You can't tell, but there's a handheld $130-something Olympus digital recorder resting on top of my camera, and the lighting is only so good because now I'm outside during the daytime. I'm never out during the daytime. Today would in fact be Sunday, and that would be a plane passing overhead. It's good timing. Before you guys start chiding me, berating me, or whatever, this is only my second cigarette of the day. It's Sunday, that's why. So, lucky for me, I found enough YouTube videos to instruct me on how to lower the FPS, and at which point, double your shutter speed. So it's basically, if it's at like 24 FPS, you got to get the closest number to 48 for the shutter speed that you can to get the best cinema look, supposedly. Also, an update for the refurbished Mac. $150 later, the damn thing still randomly needs to shut down. It doesn't do it on its own, it simply stops you from doing anything else except shutting it down. Then you have to turn it back on and whatever, so I gotta find time tomorrow on my day off, after I go and check on one of my co-workers and after I meet up with my boss to get my paycheck and go over a few more things that we have to do, and before I have dinner with a friend of mine that I haven't seen in a couple of weeks. I gotta go to the Mac store and get them to wipe the hard drive and do a basic factory restart. They'll probably do that for free. What may or may not be true is they supposedly do free updates. So hopefully for the POS I have, they'll provide the best update they can. That's not to say the internal hardware on the laptop will be able to support it, but I don't fucking know. I don't know that much about laptops, I just like using them. Yay. It's a saying in the Navy that goes, you gotta be at least 2% smarter than the equipment you work with. That's it. In case you're curious, these are just American Spirit cigarettes. 100% additive free, natural tobacco. Whatever. If anything, that may be true, it only means they may not kill me as quickly. We'll find out. By the by, the place I work at, most of the time is a small private community, gates and everything. And funny thing is, most people that come to visit don't even realize that it's private property, otherwise the gates would not legally be allowed. But they are, because it is. Unfortunately, I have a convicted felon living in the community that was only able to move into a townhome because he married a woman who already had a background check done for her. So the chances of him having to have a background check in order to reside on the property is, I have no clue. You could check the public record, but I'm not going to give out his name. Frankly, I think he can do better. So there's hope for him. But I found him yesterday in the pool facility with his wife and his stepdaughters with a 3-foot-high, heavy-ass stereo system you can plug an iPod into, except he set it atop the water fountain inside the pool community, the pool facility. I told him to take it down. He asked me if that was part of my job, and I didn't even bother to tell him that electrical equipment on top of a water fountain, even if it's run by a battery, it's still technically an electrical hazard, and there's 2 kids in the pool. So I'd rather him avoid that little fiasco. But no, I told him to take it down because that stereo was sufficient weight to provide potential damage to the property, and that was part of my job. So I watched him set it on a little table next to one of his chairs, and I thanked him. And he said, thank you. And then I said, you're welcome. And then I got on with my life. If you can't tell by my hair, I haven't gotten out much, but I'm making a good amount of money so far. So, that's neatness. Anywho, everything else seems to be going pretty well, but I'll try to give you guys another update as soon as possible. Especially when I learn how to unfuck this whole thing and start publishing this shit to YouTube again. But until then, I'll see you guys later. Cheers.